Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Apologies for being like a minute or two late. My computer decided to like go blank. So I got it back up. Everything's going well. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I am actually just FYI, I'm flying solo today. I will try to keep up with the chat, comments, and questions. But if I miss any, please forgive me. I usually have Lisa or B here helping me in the background, but we are on our own. No worries, we can do it, right? So let's get started. So if this is first time you're joining us, thank you for joining us. We are Frosh. If you're not sure who Frosh is, we are a manufacturer of acoustical products. We make ceiling products, wall products, as well as acoustical lighting and division. My name is Slavi Younger-Nightingale. I spent quite a bit of time here on the education side of things, and I am also one of the original co-founders of Frosh, and I'm super excited to have you here today and super excited to talk to you about our latest addition to our offering, which we are calling Feltlap. We named the presentation from Shiplap to Feltlap to kind of give you sort of an idea of what we'll be talking about and where Feltlap potentially fits as a product based on things you might be already familiar with. All right, so what we'll talk about is today, and this is going to be pretty fast because it is simple, right? Simple is hard, and I feel like we got this one right, so I hope you guys appreciate the simplicity of how this works. So first we'll talk about what is Feltlap. We'll talk about the installation and performance of Feltlap, and then I'll show you some applications. And actually at the end, stay till the end because actually I'm going to show you few products that actually just been posted on our webpage. We have done no promoting of any of them. I think you'll be super excited what those are. All right, so let's do this. So as I mentioned before, Feltlap was initially designed with thinking about something that's been around for a long time, that's really loved, and really appreciate for the easiness of how it's installed, right? The whole idea of tongue and groove installation is sort of where the Feltlap comes from. What makes Feltlap obviously different is made out of recycled plastic bottle material, which is called PET felt. So sustainability wise, it's it's definitely better than wood, paint, and other options that are out there. But the reason we really exist, Frosh, right, and the reason we make things is to make acoustics better in our spaces. So what makes Feltlap amazing is that it does have really nice absorption rate. The way we reach the absorption rate is by using highly sun-absorptive material, but also because of how it's folded. There's a 27 millimeter air cavity already built in, right? Because you have the tongue and groove, it sticks out from the wall, which means the installation is much simpler. You don't have to furrow out the wall to get to the absorption, that you need. So performance, right? So if you guys are pretty familiar with acoustics, you probably know that the PET felt on its own, just the 9 millimeter sheet, will have about an RCO of 0.75. However, if you attach this material directly to a wall, you'll take the absorption down to about half, right? Anytime you attach any sound absorptive material directly to a hard substrate, you reduce it by as much as half. So why this maintains the 0.75, and by the way, 0.75 for wall product is incredibly good, right? Is because it has the air cavity behind it, right? And because you don't have to furrow out the walls or do other things to create this air gap, the cost of ownership, right, the installation part of it definitely goes down. This is super simple, like we said, tongue and groove. Actually, we'll show you a video of how it's installed. So let's talk about types. With types, this only thing that this means is the look, right, the design of it. The 6-inch that's what happens with engineers names things. So 6-inch just means they're butted against each other, right? There is no inset section to it, and what you get is sort of the kind of look you see on the right. 7.25 means that there is that extra bend, so there is that indentation, if you will, to kind of create more of a division between the pieces. The other great news is, on most of our products, but not on all, you can print, right? Sometimes when some products that you cannot print on is usually if the side of the PET is showing. Of course, you can still print, but a lot of people prefer that that's not visible. So good news is you can print, obviously, wood grains. These are 4 that we carry, but we have been a bit of experts at matching all kinds of wood grains. We have folks sending us the, what they're going after, sending us swatches of wood, and we try to find the closest approximation of that. So if these 4 don't quite fit to what you're looking for, just let us know, and we can certainly do a match for you as well. And also, you can print anything, right? I don't know what else you could do, but I imagine there's so many other things you can do. I don't know, some crazy marbling, right? I'm not sure which of your clients would want that. And obviously, we have 37 colors that are available that you absolutely can use for this product. And here is what they are. So let's get to the installation. We actually filmed a installation on one of our walls here in our headquarters, just one of the walls of our small conference room. So you'll see Gary and Sal, kind of a quick process of how it was and what it took to do one wall. So here we go.
Hi there, my name is Gary Nightingale. I'm the co-founder and president of Fresh. Today, I'd like to introduce you to our new exciting product called Feltlap, meant to mimic, you got it, Shiplap. In this case, we're printing on it so that it looks like wood grain, but you can also get it in all of our standard 9mm PET color. So we're starting right above the door here. Just like with normal shiplap, you want to basically nail down your starter piece. And then also very similar to shiplap, all we're going to do is nail down I guess the leading edge is what we're calling it, and then tongue and groove it in, and then nail down the leading edge too. So what that gives you is no exposed hardware at all.
All right, sorry for the little interruption there. That is totally on me. I didn't realize that once I tried to read the questions, it pauses the video. That was because I got a lot. Oh, because you guys couldn't see the video, so I'm not sure what was going on. But then I see, yeah, I can see it after I restarted. So that's awesome. Okay, so but we're back on. There's a question. If you guys can get this video, you absolutely can. So for those of you that couldn't see it or you want to share it with your customers, you can find this on our website. If you just go to our walls, and then Feltlap is right there, you can see the videos. It also lives on our YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys get you guys get to it without any problems. So at the very tail end, we touched on extrusions, right? So the installs you saw, this was wall to wall, right? Just staggering the seams, kind of an install, right? But if you don't go to wall, you know, there's always the thing, what do I do with the sides, right? So we partnered up with a company called Flannery. They're a huge extrusion house, and they've created custom pieces for us that you can specify when you order Feltlap. And there's two types, right? One is the side trim, which is obviously goes on the sides, and then there's one called T, which goes in the middle, right? So when your pieces are connecting, this is kind of where you can use them. Color-wise, they come in silver and black. I do think actually it looks really nice. I feel like it very much enhances the look. It's one of my actually preferred way to install it from what I've seen as far as installation. How does it work? Again, super simple. You can start with your Flannery extrusion. All you have to do is make sure it's leveled, and actually it keeps the process going even faster, quicker, because you have that as your starting point. So you can kind of see it here in drawing installation. So when you use that method, you can kind of see, I have a closer up shot here of what it looks like, right? You have that finished edge on both sides, and you know, you don't have to go wall to wall, right? Like you see here, this was just adding that strip of material, going off of, okay, how much do I need for the space to be acoustically correct? You know, you can certainly still use something like this and just do maybe strips and things like that. The other thing that we are providing, again, thinking about how do we give you everything to get the finished look, is trim covers. PT Felt is fantastic at being cut, like for field cutting, right? All you need is a sharp box knife, and you can very much cut it out, right? It's really polyester, it's really fabric, right? It's just like thicker fabric, so very, very easy to cut. You know, but you still want to kind of the finished edge. So what we have come up with is something that you can see here, either single or double plug cover or a light cover for that. As far as application, you know, again, like I always say, sky's the limit. It's really, you can put it however you want. You can do this staggering look like you see here. This one is going vertically, and two color are being mixed. One is the wood grain, one is our green color. This is you know, just pieces being put up horizontally, and also it's the ones that don't have that little line in between, right? What somebody told me, I was like, oh, this kind of looks like your plank product. Well, good news for plank lovers. If you're doing like sort of wall to wall, or you like the Flannery extrusion, this is simpler, easier, and less expensive, because what's genius about planks, right, is the front secret trap doors, and I'm not going to go much more into it. You guys, a lot of you guys are probably quite familiar. I imagine if you're doing pretty substantial install, this is actually probably even faster and easier, definitely less expensive approach. Another little look at again, staggered look with the little space in between, the 7.25 option. You know, I think that looks pretty cool, right? And now the extrusions, right? So you can also use the extrusions as the design element. In this particular installation, you know, there's no staggered edging, so you can really utilize the fact that you're lining them up. And in this case, they are like some going vertical, some going horizontal, and kind of creates this kind of look. You know, it could be anything. You could have one strip going horizontal, the another one going vertical. This is just one of the ideas. And honestly, this is my most favorite. I did ask the engineer if I can show you this version, because it was actually a custom project we've already done. You know how we are, guys. You know, we try to accommodate all the designers, and this was really actually really fun. I love how this looks. So as you can probably tell, what was customized is that inset part of the Feltlap was enlarged, right? So the real project we did was actually on the ceiling, and it was in white, and it looks really cool. For this, you know, we showing it here using extrusions, right? So again, you can see does it look like if you want to do them as lined up, and you want to handle the lines with an extrusion. I can tell you that if you're using regular PET felt with no print, the lines are really subtle, so it's not a must. When you print, I feel like the lines are a little more obvious. You know, for that, my personal preference would be to probably use extrusions or figure out some other way to sort of to kind of really make sure it's kind of closed. There's a question: can it be used on the ceilings? Yes, it can. So this was imagined for walls. The one install we've done was direct attached to sheetrock, right? If you're talking about something that needs to be, that you're thinking that we want a larger space in between it and utilize the T-grid, you probably would have to work with you how to get the flanner extrusions onto the T-grid, but I'm sure we can work through it. But the easy answer is for sheetrock, direct attachment kind of thing, yes, you can do it. And I guess you could also do it into concrete, but I imagine doing so much screwing into concrete, that would be probably quite intense. All right, you can believe it, even though I can be kind of long-winded, we're already done with Feltlap. So I thought it would be so fun to show you some of extensions of our existing products that usually don't get a full product release and webinars and things like that, but I feel like they're actually probably oftentimes more important and more exciting, right? So first thing is, you guys know that our lid baffle is extremely popular. Like I say all the time, is that for projects, baffle projects, oftentimes, if it's a bigger project, it's almost always a mixture of lid and non-lid. But until right now, we were only offering it in a classic style. Blade baffle is our most popular baffle. So exciting news is that now you can finally get the most popular baffle, which is blade, and get it with the lighting. What's also great about this combo, which you can see in the picture on the left, is our blade baffle is the best baffle to use if you're looking to do a wood grain print, right? Because the way it's folded, there's no visible edges, so you get a nice smooth look that, you know, once it's up in the air, further away from us, it really reads as wood, right? So it looks really, really cool that way. Another thing, spoke lights. Our spoke lights have been one of our most popular lighting options, but what we do also been hearing is, hey, they're super cool, but because of their size, there's only so many applications they can be used for, right? They're really sort of were initially envisioned as the statement pieces. So good news is that every shape that we carry now is available in smaller size. You just go to spoke under lights on our website, and you'll see the updated spec sheets that lists all of them. So you can kind of see they're exactly the same thing, and except smaller. Oh, one more thing. We have also redesigned spoke line in general to be so you can order it with no lights. So if you're a customer, they're like, I love this look, I want to do these sort of almost like lanterns, if you will, with nothing inside, or mix lit and non-lit. The answer is yes. You can actually get these shapes with lights or without. Panel, our dividers, right? So these are still really popular. We do a lot, and we have just released a new pattern. And what I love about this pattern is that really honestly, continuation of a pattern when it's, you know, like there's 2-3 panels that kind of continue a look, is really one of our most popular options. So that's what the cubelet is doing, right? You can see that there's like 3 different ones that repeat. You can order all 3. You can order a bunch of 1s or 2s or 3s, however it works for you. You know, you can arrange it also in different ways. And if you can believe, I have more for you. So extension of brick. You guys know brick, just chamfered piece that goes on the wall. This is a direct glue option. What is brick flow is we are here playing just with subtle V-grooves designs onto the tiles. You can find this under on our website under walls. What I love about these guys is that they come in 2x2 sheets. The edges are chamfered as well. And most of these designs, just by turning them, will create a new pattern. There's some ideas for the patterns in our spec sheets, so definitely check it out. But it is, it's definitely another way to easily cover miles of walls with very subtle line. There's some brighter colors here. I'm playing around with some of the imagery, but you can really keep it just really classic and gentle. So that is it for as far as products. This is a season of CEUs. We've got more requests than ever. So we have in this month and next, we have 4 CEUs coming up. You can see more information on this on our website. If you'd like to actually have this virtually sent to your firm, connect with our local rep. What our local reps do is they actually can do traditional lunch and learn, and the class is broadcasted from here. We have a bunch of folks doing that, but obviously you can also log in just the same on your own to get the credit, minus the sandwich, if you will. So that is it for me. Thank you guys for spending a little time with me, getting to know a little bit more about brand new product. If you guys have any questions, throw in my direction now. Apologies for the video snafu there, but it's on our website. You can absolutely see a link to it there. But I think you guys are good. Everyone's good. Thank you so much. If you need any more information or you're curious about pricing, as I always say, the smartest folks live behind an email called quotes@frosh.com. That's where our engineers live and can answer any questions you can ask as far as pricing, setup, installation sheets, documentation, all that kind of good stuff. Or you need samples, you can do that as well through samples requests on our website. Thank you. Have a great day, and I appreciate you, and talk to you next. Bye, guys.